Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Axeltoss. You're watching youtube.com/axeltosssc, unless this is embedded somewhere else for some reason, which would be weird. Anyway, hello, how's it going? Thought I'd do a bit of a vlog update because I haven't done it in a while. Vlog means video log, for those who aren't aware, where basically I just talk about stuff in my life, any news, stuff that's going on, and we can hang out. And if you're watching this, you can leave a comment down below if you have any questions or if you want to continue the conversation. Maybe I'll reply by text, or perhaps I'll make another video. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, vlog. What do I want to talk about? A lot of interesting things happening lately, I think. I am currently 24 years old. I went to New York City when I was 22 to work for a company called Major League Gaming, commentated some StarCraft 2. Dipped my toes in a lot of different areas of media production and business things, various other initiatives. But it was a good time, and ended up leaving MLG in November of last year. Then I went back to school, and now here I am in Atlanta, Georgia, at a house with a friend of mine and with Polt and Violet, who are two popular StarCraft 2 players, and just hanging out, producing, working on some content, working on some projects that we hope to present to the community fairly soon, and hopefully they enjoy it. I think they will. Anyway, that's a very brief, I guess, history of myself in the recent years. So if you haven't seen me or heard of me before, hopefully that enlightens you a little bit. But again, welcome to the YouTube channel. Feel free to subscribe and stuff. I'm going to do more content in the future, so I did want to talk about that really quick. Well, what's a good broad point to start here? It's interesting right now because I'm trying to decide what I can kind of provide to the community that's not already there and that people would appreciate. And it's a very tricky thing. Because, esports obviously was StarCraft 2. There's a day and age where, I could potentially have a myriad of different jobs in the scene and get a good paycheck. But now it's not as easy. There's a long list of casters in StarCraft 2 and not as many people watching. So it's hard for me to really make any traction in that area. So I find myself like really reevaluating and really trying to decide what is best to spend my time on. I've been playing a lot of StarCraft 2 recently, and when I'm playing, I'm trying to get better. There's a lot of fun fulfillment there, but at the end of the day, I need to be working on stuff and using my time towards things that benefit me in the future, kind of a thing. And I don't know if playing a lot of StarCraft 2 does that for me anymore. Maybe it once did. So, along those lines, as far as the YouTube channel is concerned, I do want to still have a passive focus on StarCraft content. So that being said, if there is anything in particular that you guys would like to see on the channel that is related to StarCraft, I'm leaning towards attributing maybe 1 or 2 videos a week. Maybe that's a really good goal for the YouTube channel. I think I want to do that. I'll throw a couple of ideas I've had at you. I think I want to do coaching of some sort. I feel like people appreciate StarCraft 2 coaching to improve their play. So if I can help with that, that's great. I would do very personalized coaching sessions, probably over Skype. You'd have to have a microphone, and I think it would be like an hour long. And I'm leaning towards a model where I just do it for free, and then if people like it, they can pay however much they want. I'm leaning towards that model right now. If you want to be a guinea pig in that process, go ahead and leave a comment down below. I might drop my email. Actually, go ahead and send me an email. I'm going to leave my email in the description of the YouTube channel. So again, if anything interests you as far as what I'm saying, just send me an email and we can talk. That being said, I think I want to spend some time doing some coaching and putting videos of coaching on the YouTube channel. I think that might be intriguing, where maybe I'm helping someone through a game, and maybe I put that from their perspective on the YouTube channel. So you hear my voice and you see them carrying out the actions, and you see our communication between each other, and you see them playing a StarCraft 2 game, and hopefully you get some knowledge from that, maybe? I feel like that's sound. Another thing I'm thinking about is grabbing some replays from Polt and or Violet and doing some content behind that, as far as kind of watching how they play, watching how they develop their play, and seeing what we can kind of learn from that. And how we can apply that to our play. So that's something I'm leaning towards too. What else? I had another thought with StarCraft 2. What was it? was the third one. So I mentioned doing the coaching. I mentioned doing perspective of Polton Violet. Maybe I'll get one of my own replays of one of the latter games I've played and maybe do some analysis on that. Maybe that could be helpful. But otherwise, I'm open to ideas, guys. As far as I'm concerned, if you're watching this video right now, this is your YouTube channel. So go ahead and throw a comment down below if you don't mind about what you might be interested in seeing. If you don't want to see anything, then I guess you don't have to comment anything and you don't have to continue watching this video. But if you can think of anything that might be helpful or beneficial to you, then I'll see what I can do, kind of a thing. I don't know. I'm down for anything. That being said, what else? I've been wanting to, so I was talking a bit about trying to find I'm in a bit of a reevaluating stage. Not a reevaluating stage, but like just kind of evaluating my interests and where they're kind of heading towards and trying to find what I can provide right now that people would appreciate and consume. So again, any of those ideas you guys want to throw at me, go for it. Hopefully I'm not rambling too much. What else do I want to talk about? So I guess I'll talk about CSN training camp. We're working on a reality show right now with Polton Violet. It's currently in production. We're hoping to get it out as soon as possible, obviously, but we're at the point right now to make an official statement that we're flexible on when we release it because we know that it's going to be good enough where people are going to really appreciate it. So we want to, that being said, we really want to make sure that we do it right. So we're spending a lot of time really zoning in and making sure the details are as flawless as possible so that it can be relevant for a very long time. And I think we're doing a good job. We're very happy with what we've made so far. So I know it's tough waiting, but I guess it'll come out when it comes out, in a sense, soon, as they say. I guess Blizzard coined that term. Hopefully not too far away, but again, our logic is let's make it as good as humanly possible. It's okay if it's a little bit late, as long as it's a good product. So look out for that. That's something we've been working on recently. What else is going on? I don't know. I've been, it's the political season right now, and it's been interesting reading all that stuff. And I think about that a lot too, naturally, as a member of the community, of the world. I want to, be as aware as I can of my surroundings. So, I've been kind of thinking a lot about that stuff, and maybe I can provide some content on those thoughts. I don't know if that involves like picking a topic and then just talking about it. I've thought about, potentially creating a show that is less esports or StarCraft 2 related and more kind of, more kind of for the people who are watching, like for that demographic of someone who might be watching this video, who I would probably characterize as, maybe a 15 to 30-year-old, probably male, topics that kind of demographic would be interested in. Female as well, absolutely. I don't know if that's, student loans or if that's, the stuff that's been happening with the internet and who owns what on the internet and who should own what, or whether it has to be like United States involved or like different countries' involvements in different altercations around the world, or different pressure points in society as far as, there's all the interesting things happening with like the trading of natural resources and how that's affecting, specific regions and stuff like that, and how leadership is kind of responding to that, or just kind of problems that we might deal with on a daily basis, perhaps as people of our demographic and generation of feeling like, we're part of a system sometimes where if we go work for a company and things aren't happening that well, we don't find ourselves with much of a voice, or maybe, we have a feeling of not hopelessness or worthlessness. Those aren't the words I'm looking for right now. It's more like we don't feel like we have a huge voice because, a lot of things have been set into motion by the generations before us, who now hold all the power, kind of a sense. And there's a sense there of the younger millennial type demographics feeling like they have good ideas, or feeling like they want to make an impact, or feeling like, something's just not right here, and not necessarily having the platform to have a voice, or not necessarily, having the ability um, uh, to responsibly, because you want to be responsible. Whatever age you are, you want to make sure that you're as informed as you can be. And sometimes mainstream media outlets kind of skew that a bit. It might be a feel thing, and I'm sorry I'm going on so much about this, but it is an interesting topic where you go to the mainstream and you start consuming this information, or these things that they're saying about wars happening, or different, I don't want to say negative, but just like, obviously it's relatively important to be aware of, but it has a certain feel to it that's just corrosive, I guess, where you don't feel like you don't feel like you're getting happy. You're not feeling fulfilled after watching a segment of CNN for 30 minutes. So I'm envisioning a show of 30 minutes to an hour long, where we're not speaking on things that we need to be too credible about, like breakthroughs in neuroscience or something, but maybe picking interesting topics in the news and then just having a reasonable discussion about it. Perhaps providing, content for people to just either in podcast form, something they can tune into every day or every week, probably every week, that they can listen to for an hour, and they can be like, oh, okay, cool. That's they can get some more perspective on something that they've been thinking about, or that's something that more perspective on something that's been affecting them directly. And perhaps if I get in a conversation with a few other people in the esports space who are mildly intelligent and can contribute positively, or contribute at all to a relatively deep conversation, I guess, for lack of a better term, where we really either talk through a topic that is on one of our minds, or we just we provide perspective on a news item that is relevant to our day-to-day lives, I guess. So yeah, that's a bit of the stuff running through my mind right now as far as making shows and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's just like, okay, what can I provide that people will like? What can I do that will feel good when I do it and will help people, I guess. And right now my conclusion is trying to brainstorm ideas for shows, I guess, to bring some people in the community together to have some interesting conversations, or, providing just one-on-one StarCraft 2 coaching and whatnot. I do have a lot of ideas that are a little bit bigger, but require a bit more financing, obviously. So I'm thinking in that direction a bit. Like, I'll throw a big idea out there for fun. I'm envisioning. This is just one of the ideas, one of the thoughts I've had recently of probably once a year, once every few months, having I think a really cool part of esports events is the fact that it's a lot of people coming together in the community. So it helps people meet each other and help people just make friends and stuff like that. So I think that something could be made that might require leadership, or might require the pulling together of a decent amount of resources or sponsors, or a network of people where, city to city, maybe you pick a Saturday and then it's just a LAN type thing where it's not too difficult. Like you watching this right now, you might be in a city that's having a LAN soon, so it might not be relevant to you, but I feel like there might be people out there who might be watching this who are like, well, I wish there was something going on near me that I could just go hang out and bring my computer to and just enjoy and have a good time and meet people. So a part of me is thinking a little bit about that, as far as trying to come up with a system to help people who are in their communities and who are wanting to bring together resources in their local community and bring together local sponsors and try to make an event happen. Because I don't think it's too difficult. People might not know where to start. So I've been thinking a little bit about that, and it might start at the collegiate level too. So I'm not sure. But the idea would be it'd be mostly multi-game, as many games as possible. Maybe you involve some tournaments, and you have some side stuff there too, like maybe a charity poker tournament was a thought that I've been throwing around at some people for fun, or just side things, very laid back, very just everyone just coming together, having a good time. Because I think esports is unique in that, as far as helps bring people together, and it's a competition of games which are fun, right? So that's a thought I've had. Otherwise, just been hanging out recently. But if you've been watching this far, you're a crazy person. We're 15 minutes and 25 seconds in, so thank you for paying attention for so long. How's your day? Hopefully it's amazing. As far as streaming is concerned, I guess I'll talk about that a little bit. Streaming StarCraft is tricky for me because StarCraft 2 requires a lot of thought and a lot of attention. So when I'm playing StarCraft 2, I just go into zombie mode where I'm just like super focused and super tunnel visioned onto what I'm doing and making sure, I have a lot of thoughts running through my head on as far as the game is concerned. So it's hard to provide an entertaining stream. And, when I'm playing, I'm visualizing someone tuning into the stream and watching a guy just staring at a screen playing StarCraft. And I don't know how thrilled that makes me feel just thinking about it. So I can't imagine it being too thrilling for the person actually watching. So I don't know. I'm a little bit torn on the streaming aspect of things. I feel like I'm leaning towards focusing on making VOD centered content on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/axeltoss.sc, and coming up with different video concepts and throwing them up there rather than actually streaming. So I don't know, maybe once I get masters and there's actually a decent amount of stuff to be gained or learned from my play, then it might make sense to stream. But right now it's just it's not the most spectacular games in the world. Like, why wouldn't you just go watch a Jaedong or something? So it's long story short, it's hard to inject my personality, or I guess what people want to see when they think of Axeltoss, I guess, of, maybe play-by-play type commentary or, stupid jokes or something like that. So I don't think streaming necessarily reflects that well. So as far as streaming is concerned, something that I'm going to be thinking about is maybe I'll stream coaching sessions. Maybe that would be interesting enough for people, or maybe I will start streaming other games. I have been playing a lot of other different games and trying to find any really good ones. So if you guys have any really good game ideas, maybe a game that I can play with friends, I guess, because I think people like the conversation that happens on Skype when they watch a stream. I think that can be very entertaining, so perhaps that's something I'll do. But otherwise, yeah, I think I also want to, finishing up this vlog right now, by the way, I think we'll be done in the next 2 minutes or so. Thanks for bearing with me. I think I just want to really try to be a little bit more consistent with any content I produce, but I want to make sure that whatever I start on, that I'm fully committed to it. So I have a lot of ideas forming in my head. I just need to, over the next few weeks, I'm going to be really ironing out what I want to try to accomplish. But I would appreciate you guys' help and feedback on what you would like to see, or what you would like to, or what you think might be a wise decision. That being said, I had another thought. Twitter's weird. I'm trying to get used to Twitter. We'll see what happens with that. Facebook, you can follow all that. Twitter is at Axeltoss. Facebook is Axeltoss as well. I feel like I want to develop. I feel like I want a website of sorts. Facebook isn't doing it for me right now. I feel more disconnected than ever with all my Facebook friends, which is kind of annoying. It's not terribly relevant to what I'm about to say, but it's loosely relevant. As far as I think I want a website where I feel like there are a lot of people out there who might have, who might be my quote unquote fan, I guess. And maybe a community would be valuable where we can just hang out. Because I like connecting with you guys. Like, I appreciate that you've watched me in the past and that you've enjoyed whatever I've produced. And, I want to throw that back at you and be able to talk with you and be able to help more than just, on a YouTube channel. So I really like the idea of having a website. I don't know what I'm going to brand it or whatever. And if you guys are crazy awesome website developers and this is something you feel like you might want to help with, again, throw me an email. But I feel like a website where fans or people who have liked me in the past can kind of congregate. You might say create a subreddit. I don't really feel like making a subreddit. I would rather have a more of a unique touch, and maybe I can put my stream on there, but it would certainly have a forum and we can just talk and hang out and have a good time. So yeah, I think that's going to be the end of this video. Thanks for bearing with me. Hopefully no one, well, if I say it, someone's going to do it. It's been a little bit annoying, not annoying, but passively like, because someone posts my my vlogs in the past on Reddit StarCraft, which is, I don't know. I don't know if it's 100% appropriate. I don't know if they appreciate it. I don't think that community likes me that much. So, I was about to say, don't post this on Reddit, but if I say that, someone will. But I could just splice this part of the video out and forget I ever said anything. But you don't need to post this on Reddit. It's all right. Just keep it on our YouTube channel. Let's keep it tight and friendly and nice. That being said, I think we're done. Thanks for watching. If you're one of my family members, thanks for your support. You're great. That being said, look out for more stuff in the future. Subscribe if you feel like it. And thanks for hanging out and watching. And if you have any more questions or you think of something that I didn't say but should have, as far as something you want to know, let me know in the comments or send me an email and I'll see if I can do it in the next vlog. So yeah, that's all I got. Hopefully this was at least mildly entertaining and awesome. It was for me. Have a wonderful day.